Okay, so now we're starting into the macromolecules. So you should have completed functional groups, you should have completed bonding, you should have completed organic, because all the molecules that we're going to talk about now are organic and they have functional groups, and all of the lectures from last week as well. Okay, so let's talk about macromolecules. What macro means is large. So these are large molecules. Another name for macromolecules is polymers. So what poly means is many, and what mer means is parts. So macromolecules are large molecules. They are also polymers made of many parts. So these two words are interchangeable. So when we're talking about polymerization, so this is making a polymer. And all of the polymers, all of these macromolecules are made in the exact same way. So we can take a pretend monomer here, and I'll have an OH group, a hydroxyl group. Here's another polymer. And the way that all of these polymers are formed is through this reaction called dehydration. And so it's losing a water molecule. So this reaction is dehydrating the sample. So just like when you lose a lot of water, you get dehydrated. When these polymers come together, they lose water, and that is called dehydration. Some books also call this condensation. It's the same exact idea. So when you're losing the water, it has to go somewhere, so you're condensing the water outside of the polymer. So you can call it the dehydration reaction. That's completely true. The condensation reaction, also completely true. So the way this happens, and this is the skill that you're going to need for the quizzes and the exams, is that we have to form a molecule of water. And so we're going to circle the parts of these two monomers that are going to combine. And the parts that combine have to have this formula, H2O, the formula of water. So we're going to combine it like this. So we take one H, two H's, and an O. So that's completely correct. This is 100% correct. Another way to draw this is like that. So both of these circles are correct. You only need to draw one of these circles. So this is correct. This is also correct. You just need one. If you draw both, I'm going to think you're making stuff up. Okay. And so after that happens, the H2O leaves, and what we're left is one of these O's is still attached, and now it's attached to the other monomer, and together these are starting to make a polymer. Alright, so one of my favorite questions to ask on exams and on quizzes is how many water molecules will be released in the formation of a polymer 10 units long, for example. So here we go. How many water released in formation of a polymer? I don't even have to specify what polymer we're making. 10 units long. And here's going to be some answers. So it could be 5, it could be 10, it could be 9, or it could be square root of 10 maybe, or something like that. I could put a whole bunch of different answers on there. Okay, so to answer this, what we're going to do is we're going to make a chart. So we're going to say the number of monomers compared to the number of H2O released. Okay. So we've already done 2 monomers together releases 1 H2O. And so we're going to look at 3 and we're going to look at 4. And by then we should totally have our answer. So we already did 2 monomers released one water molecule. So here's 3. HO, and here's the other monomer. Okay, so here's our 3 monomers, 1, 2, and 3. So here's one OH group, here's one water, here's a second water. So when these condense or dehydrate, it's going to look like this. So we've released one water molecule to form this, and one water molecule to form that, so 2 total. Okay, so now let's do 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. OH, HO, OH, HO, OH, HO, and so on and so forth. So here we have 1, and again, it doesn't matter which oxygen is left as far as we're concerned. 1, 2, 3. So this polymer would release, when there's 4, it would release 3 waters. So I hope that you can see the pattern now, and you get the correct answer based on a polymer 10 units long. You know, and if push comes to shove, you go ahead and you make your table and you draw it on out again. Other than that, this should be pretty easy for you on the quiz.